imperium, in the view of American historian Samuel Eliot Morison, more closely resembled the Roman Empire than the British one. If English imperial policy was lackadaisical, as Morison put it, allowing the colonists to fend for themselves and adapt English institutions to the New World, the Spanish centralized and monopolized every feature of their New World kingdoms. They meticulously authorized appointments and budgets, drafted more than 400,000 laws in the first 90 years of the imperium, regulated every vestige of trade by the Casa de la Contratación, and committed convoyed fleets of galleons to transport the purpose of it all, gold and silver, to enrich the crown. But, from the start, Spain's monolith of absolutist governance was hollow, tempered by a great deal of informal bargaining, compromising, and outright corruption in everyday life. So distant were Spain's possessions, so divergent in their conditions, and so underfunded in their administrations that the New World Spaniards practiced a rote fealty that disguised an embedded resistance. Obedezco, pero no cumplo. I obey, but do not comply. If anything, the geography of Colombia, initially named Nuevo Reino de Granada, or the New Kingdom of Granada, only redoubled this resistance. 1/3 of that imperial territory was defined by the three cordilleras of the Andes. Running roughly from north to south, with its easternmost branch bending toward Venezuela, these ranges produced a scattered mosaic of landscapes: snow-capped peaks, chilly intermontane basins, fog-choked valleys, forest-clad slopes where tropical showers fed torrential rivers, and sweltering lowlands deep in the river basins that kept transportation, trade, communication, and the reach of law and order to a minimum. The other 2/3 of that territory was called Tierra Caliente, hot land, a vast and unpopulated expanse of lowlands that were either parched or flooded, depending on the season. Geography became destiny. Colombia's human terrain was soon a shattered mosaic as well, a testament to the consequences of 3 centuries of racial and sexual predation in the view of South American liberator Simón Bolívar. We are the vile offspring of the predatory Spaniards who came to America to bleed her white and then breed with their victims. Later, the illegitimate offspring of these unions joined with the offspring of slaves transported from Africa. With such a racial mixture and such a moral record, can we afford to place laws above leaders and principles over men? When Napoleon seized Spain in 1808 and locked up its Bourbon king, Spanish America stumbled toward an independence of which it had hardly even conceived, much less prepared for. After more than a decade of fratricidal warfare, the unparalleled tenacity of Bolívar, in league with other key revolutionists, finally won out. Bolívar's vision of independence was to create a republican superstate, uniting the territory of modern-day Colombia with that of Venezuela, Ecuador, and Panama. Colombia's first constitution was a monument to the ideals of the Enlightenment, abolishing the Inquisition and many monasteries, earmarking the sale of Roman Catholic Church property for public schools, legislating free trade, giving Indians citizenship, and providing slaves the right to free birth. But it didn't turn out as Bolívar envisioned. To understand Colombia, we must first ascertain how its founding myth fell apart at the start, and why the country remains, for all of its creative dynamism, the troubled stepchild of 2 brutal and bungling empires. Part 1. Origins, 1536 to 1948. 1. Conquest and colony. How did Spain conquer the New Kingdom of Granada? In the wake of Christopher Columbus's discovery of the New World in 1492, Spanish explorers began traveling to the Caribbean coast of modern-day Colombia.